So this will be the news for the 25th of May, 2020. Starting it off strong, we have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, the DLC for Zangetsu, and the randomizer for the entire game is now out. I haven't played it yet. I really like... I didn't realize there was 505 games doing it. I really like Bloodstained. If you like Castlevania, play this game. It is Castlevania. It is very good. It's very fun. I don't really have any complaints about it as a game, so I'm kind of excited to play as Zangetsu. I don't know how much I will play the randomizer, just because that would take a while, but I am curious about it, because Castlevania randomizers are quite fun. Next is a semi-big one. So Nintendo's been leaking quite a lot. There's like little bits and pieces all over the place. There's that big major leak that happened. Now the source code for 3DS and Pokemon 4, the 4th generation, have gotten out there. So I don't know how this is happening. I don't know where this these leakers are coming from, but it seems to be ending up on 4chan and then getting out to the world. So Nintendo might want to do something. I don't know. Again, probably not a big issue, just because it only really affects if they're going to try and resale thing, and I don't really think they will. I think a lot of those sales will be drying up for particular things, especially the 3DS. But it is very good news for people that are emulator creators and people who run them, so we'll see. Also, modders for Pokemon will probably really like this. Yeah. Next up, we have... So, the Year of the Sonic seems to be not happening, which they boasted at the start of the year. Back in the day, there was a year where there used to be a new Sonic. Every year, there'd be a new Sonic game. But yeah, they were wanting to have Sonic news, and they wanted to have... It sounded like they were working on at least multiple titles. And the fact that they phrased it Sonic Hedgehog Games means that there probably is multiple. But there's no announcements. We've got no announcement releasements. We've got nothing. And yeah, it sounds like Sonic's next big year will be 2021 rather than this year. So who knows? As a Sonic fan, I'm going to hold tight. I don't really have much confidence. I haven't had confidence in Sega and Sonic Team for so very long, but they have to really prove themselves. Neo 2 director talked about Neo 3 inspirations, which means despite... Oh, thanks for the auto-host, Genki. Despite Neo 2 having a pretty clear ending, I don't know how they would have it continue. It looks like they're going to have a possible idea of where they're going to take it. And it looks like he's looking at possibly bringing all the different nations that were involved in Neo over the years together. Maybe the DLC might hint at some stuff, but it really does feel like there can't be much more in terms of plot that's linked to what currently exists. Do you have any interest in representing the Shinsengumi? I'm interested. I love Neo 2. I love Neo 1, so more is always better. We'll see how that goes, especially considering how decently it sold. Sinnoh Alice iOS pre-registration. So I have already signed up for the Google Play one a very long time ago. It still hasn't come to the West, but it's opening up for registrations on iOS. Please get this game. It is very good. It is very story-driven. It is a gacha game. However, it is beautiful, and it is made by Yoko Taro and his team. So I have high hopes for this game. Really want to play that. Okay, so these two pieces of news coming up. So IGDA, Independent Game Developers Association, forms an indie collective special interest group. So this is just they're creating a group that is going to specialize in supporting people. It looks like they're really trying to do things. We're not looking to call people out. We're looking to improve the industry. Like there's a couple of different articles around this stuff. It looks like IGDA's, like I said, they've had people like step down and change in the past year or so. So it looks like they're trying to do some new stuff, which good. I'm interested in where it goes. But they also introduced this standards reporting systems to curb bad behavior in the industry. So it's one of those things that I don't know how well they can implement this stuff, but really they're just trying to improve globally how all of it is run, who's interacting. Like a big thing like they're talking about is they want to set standards for topics such as crunch, game credits, management abuse, diversity, and be able to it's pseudo union. I want to get out there and make sure they improve people's lives that are working in the industry, and I think that's really good. I think it's something that's been a long time coming. Yeah, see, they say it down here, it's neither a trade union, a guild, or a trade organization. It's a non-profit organization. So it's really, something like this needs to exist, and some form or another, because there are some really bad areas of games development, and it is nice to hear more people stepping up to the plate to try and help people like this. Next we have Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. So it's coming to iOS and Android, and only to Japan, but it does mean that it'll probably make its way to the West in English, because there is a localized version of the game. I want to play this game not on those platforms, but I was planning to do it on one of the weird weekends, because it's wonderfully charming. Very interested in that game. I hope it's just an enjoyable little experience. But yeah. This one's some mini news. A new game plus Expo showcase will upcoming events digital event. So it's Sega, it's in Koei Tecmo, and a couple others. Like there's a brief article over here. Oh, we've already talked about this, I believe. This is just the event we talked about with all the very cool ones. So, and we'll probably be getting that on June. So it's like, I think it was June 23rd. So just keep an eye out for that. I'll probably talk about a lot of games. June is going to be a busy month for news for me, because a lot of new next gen, a lot of stuff that would have been at E3, a lot of Japan, a lot of stuff that I'm very interested in talking about, because this year is a bit underwhelming, even with the COVID stuff. It's just been a bit Sea of Thieves coming to PC. I may play this on stream. I've been want to play this for a while. It sounds like the game is in such a state that it might be just fun. The only problem is, probably might need a group to play it together with. So who knows? If people come check out the stream, want to come hang with me on Sea of Thieves, probably be a fun experience. We have a few Platinum Games announcements, or maybe it's just two. Yeah, just two for now. Mia says Bayonetta 3 has not been cancelled. That's good news for me. I'm just about to start playing Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 3 is still in development. Apparently, it's still in development. I really think the team is either putting on the massive back burner compared to some of the other things they're creating that will make them money, or they're really trying to make a very polished product. I'm worried because of the fact that Bayo 3 has been in development for so long, but really want it to be good, so we'll see. We've also got Platinum Games also dispelling a rumor. Apparently, I don't know how this has started, saw this going around, and I have no idea why this needs to be clarified. There's rumors that Xbox and Microsoft are purchasing Platinum Games. That makes no sense. I don't know who spread this rumor or why, and it makes no sense because Platinum Games only just started publishing and they're doing very good. They're starting a new office. Why would they be picked up by Microsoft? Especially since the last interaction with Microsoft was Scalebound and it didn't go very well. So, very strange. Speaking to a pair of addressed rumor. No, I don't. Yeah, I just don't know where this rumor started. Very strange. But the fact that Platinum got involved and said stuff about it, particularly Camille, who seems to have a now sore spot for Microsoft, very weird. This was a weird one. I wasn't too happy about how this was presented. Wholesome Direct 2020 Cute and Cozy Games. So the concept, fine. Calling it wholesome, whatever. But the fact that this looks so much like a Nintendo styled one, I'm not a big fan of. Like, I'm excited to see what will be in it. It's May 26th, so that is tomorrow. Whoa, don't want to go to the tweet. And I'm hopefully it'll have some interesting games to show off. It's 50 independent games. Holy heck, 37 minutes. Quite big. So, yeah. Just the logo irked me. And the fact they call it a direct. Like, I know everyone's moving towards that stuff, but you don't have to mimic Nintendo. You can do your own style of presentation. It's fine. Like, especially if you're in indie companies. You guys have a wealth of art you can use. Alright. Saints Row the Third Master is looking pretty blast from the past. So if you haven't seen it, there is a remaster coming of Saints Row the Third. Probably the favorite of the series. I know people really like 2, but I think 3 is just super duper fun. Like, it's a really fun game. But the big thing is that the remaster is looking spectacular. People are really impressed with how this game looks. Particularly, there is a video currently of Digital Foundry doing a comparison of the previous game and this one, and they did an insane job of making this game look better. So, pretty excited for that. I'm not sure if I will get it. I did like that game. I mean, it'd be a fun one to play with friends again, but unsure if I will play it. Alright. Next up, we have Final Fantasy XIV Start Edition on the PS4 is free until May 26th. So you have until tomorrow to go get this. I really suggest people who haven't played 14 but are into MMOs such as WoW and things like that to play this game. If you have not played this game, I still don't quite understand. It is probably the best MMO on the market by far. And it's a 30-day free trial, and yeah, just go pick that up. Naughty Dog tests new Twitter feature to limit Last of Us 2 spoilers. So I covered a few sessions back. Last of Us 2 got heavy spoilers. Hey Armin. Just trying to finish up as fast as I can. Last of Us 2 spoilers came out. They were very big spoilers. The internet pretty much just went nuts, very upset about what it sounds like the story is doing. So it's just all over the place. They can't control media beyond a certain point. But now it looks like they're trying to do very AI-driven control. And this new feature on Twitter does not sound like it's going very well. This is just before it went out, and now it's out. And I've heard people saying that there's just so many like incorrect tags and all these people getting blocked and news posts being controlled and stuff. And yeah, not great. Hey Dingo, how you doing? Yeah, so I kind of had the feeling that this would happen, but hey, what can you do? They got to implement something to control the news. PlayStation Days of Play is set for June 3rd and 17th, or June 3rd to 17th, correction. So we're going to get a series of titles that are going to be cheaper. So if you're in America and you're in Europe, fortunately it never affects Australia. There's a lot of really good games that are going on sale for decent prices, and some in here that I really do suggest people check out. Especially, there's also, you can get, this is when you want to get your PlayStation Plus membership increased and stuff. So just keep an eye out for that. It's probably in line with a lot of the news that's going to be coming out. So a lot of people probably don't know this one. Magic Leap. Magic Leap is a AR glasses technology. They're very impressive. They're one of those tech that I've seen, and I'm not big into VR, but I'm very into AR. This stuff looks fantastic. I'm really, really impressed with how this technology looks. Fortunately, it's a very long-term development project, and they were having some real money issues. They were going to have to lay off a whole people, and now it seems like they've raised enough money to keep going. So the tech's really cool. If you've never seen Magic Leap, go Google it. Very, very, very cool. I would love to see that become something as a consumer object, but still it could be a ritzy object as well. Well, that is correct as to why Platinum Games is called Platinum Games is called Platinum Games because of Star Platinum. They're very, very, very big JoJo fans. Pokemon Home updates trade with friends for a limited time. This is ridiculous. I have had a lot of issues with Pokemon in the past, like, 2 generations. This is just getting silly. The fact that Pokemon Home is limited in such a degree and has all this really ridiculous service stuff, not cool. The fact now that you can do trade long distance far away should have just been a update they made. The fact that they're making it limited time and it's only meant to be due with COVID, and it's like even like the time frame is far too late into that, it's just ridiculous. Pokemon need to get their shit together. That's right, Armin. HAL Laboratories are referring to the outfit. I wonder how many companies you guys could find like that. Summer Game Fest 2020 showcases set for June 22nd and July 20th. So these will be our indie ones that will probably have been from E3 instead of the. I think this is good. E3 is never really a good place to showcase indies, and packs not existing and all those sorts of things. They needed a space. This will be where it is. Hopefully they get enough time to breathe, because indie games are kind of like the types of things that get thrown out there. You get those very fast like game trailers where it's like game, and you're like, oh, what was that? I saw 2 frames of something that looked really interesting, and then you have to go try and figure out what the hell it is. So here's hoping that we get some interesting indies that get a bit more room to breathe. They've got some initial groups represented here. There are not many here I have that I recognize here. But that's how it goes with indies sometimes. Sometimes there's just so many small ones that you can't keep track of them all. Team 17 though, there's a few things there in the works that I'm aware of, but yeah. Alright. And that will be all the news for today. So again, another just build up. June is very soon, so we're going to start getting a lot more news ramp up, especially into the mid of June. So I think that's almost all the events that they're probably going to announce for their dates now. It's just waiting till they happen, and maybe a few things might come out just a little bit before. But yeah, Speedwagon more like Made in Heaven. Oh, there's a lot of JoJo. I do like my JoJo. Made a costume in AC called Just a Snack. I feel like you'll have to show me what that is today. Have you got your Switch today, Armin? Finish up with the news. I'll jump back over to the other thing.